Hello, crafters! This is Suzanne from A Creative Muse, and one day in the 100-acre wood, Spellbinders came together with Simple Stories to bring you the Say Cheese and Classic Pooh collection. Crafters, this is a beautiful collection combining two of the best things in crafting. Spellbinders bringing dies to this beautiful collection. So it's the perfect marriage of two of my favorite things, great paper and dies. This is so fun. Can't wait to show you all the goodies. 12 by 12 paper pack, different styles of ephemera, all sorts of goodies, lots and lots of goodies. You know, I'm going to put a direct link just for this collection, but it is large, so just take a look within there instead of looking at all the other 4 collections. Plus, did you see this beauty right here? This is Simon, the new Black Platinum Scout machine. I'll link my unboxing video here. He is named Simon. He's designed by Simon Hurley. Comes along with a beautiful little collection, perfect for boys, space adventure. But before I get started, crafters, the January Kit Club is available. I will link my Kit Club video here. Open to new subscriptions until the 27th of this month. Alrighty, crafters, let's get into Say Cheese, Classic Pooh, Spellbinders with Simple Stories. I'm going to give you a clear picture of all the goodies in this amazing paper and die collection. Yippee for scrapbookers and card makers. Let's get started. Okay, crafters, this is the part 2 of the Classic Pooh Say Cheese collection, which is a collaboration between Spellbinders and Simple Stories. In part 1, I covered the Spellbinders portion of the collaboration with the awesome dies and letterpress. I will link my video here if you haven't seen all the goodies. That video focuses mainly on this. I will be putting timestamps in this video because it's going to be a long video. I'm not going to go over this too much, but I'll bring the product in when I'm showing my card examples and my scrapbook layouts. I'm also going to be covering the 12 by 12 paper pack and the 6 by 8 and additional ephemera. Spellbinders only sent me 3 items from this collection. I purchased additional items. I will go over it. This is fabulous too, the foam stickers, just saying. So, this is just a really fun collection for both card makers, scrapbookers, mini album makers, journal folks that want to add little tidbits to your journal. Really, really fun. If you do a whole Disney junk journal, this is a collection for you as well. Really, really pretty. I love the colorway, not super bright, lots of neutral patterns. You can then customize it how you want it to be. So that makes this collection really special. Towards the end of the video, I'm also going to have a little mini haul. This is new at Spellbinders, Scrap Boy. So I'll go through this as well. So there will be timestamps, okay? So I'm not going to cover this. I'll bring the items in. That's in part 1. This is now part 2 with the 12 by 12 paper pad, 6 by 8. I'm going to flip through both. Then I'm going to go into all my makes and my scrapbook layouts, and then the haul and the summary. Before I get really deep into these papers and all the ephemera, the 12 by 12 paper pack is one pattern for each page, meaning it's double-sided, but only one pattern each. So if you want to get 2 of a repeating pattern, let's say 2 pages of this, you would have to either purchase another 12 by 12 pack or single sheets. Spellbinders does not carry the single sheets, but scrapbook.com does. So this is not a double of the patterns. That's what I want to say. So you'll only get 1 page looking like this, 1 page looking like this, okay? In the 12 by 12. But in the 6 by 8 pad, you are getting 2 sheets of the same pattern, meaning you'll get 2 pages looking like this. So the book repeats. We'll have a smaller sizing and some patterns that are not available over here. There is nothing in the 12 by 12 that has this graphic with that image, okay? Just some little different bits and this collage too. And there's a few other sheets, okay? I just want to be crystal clear. So if you do get this paper pack, just know it's going to be one sheet, double-sided of a pattern. But if you love a pattern, you're going to have to get a second sheet if you want a particular pattern, okay? Now let's take a closer look at the 12 by 12 collection kit, 6 by 8 paper pad. There is also a card making kit. I will put a link for it. I'm not sure what exactly is in it, but you can definitely click the link, take a look at it. And also a bigger kit to this 12 by 12 with additional ephemera in it. I purchased my ephemera individually. I would look at what it was, then I didn't purchase everything. There are brads and all sorts of other things like that. I didn't purchase every single thing, but I may go back again because I really love those foam stickers. So I want to get another pack of that. But this is a fabulous one. This one I'm very excited by. Love, love, love. Great job, Simple Stories. Whoever took the time to pull this together, kudos to you. And Spellbinders had a lot of fun bringing in the dye elements and better press to go along with this. A very comprehensive, fabulous collection. I only received 3 items out of the huge Simple Stories part of it, which is the papers, the ephemera, stickers, all the goodies, even stamps, 3 or 4 stamp sets with this. No coordinating dye for the stamps. I'm filming this before I'm using it. This is the cardstock stickers. You can purchase this separately. Christopher Robin and everybody here. That's so cute. In the 100 Acre Wood. There is the little balloon, Pooh, Piglet, and these flowers. I love the flowers. So there are 12 sheets in this 12 by 12 pack. Look at this scene. I love when it's already done like this. I mean, you could do all of this, but it's already done for you. Then you could put some photographs. So this is great for a 12 by 12 layout. That's the scene right there with the better press. Isn't that fabulous? Here is some clouds and some birds in this beautiful mint colorway. Here's the second sheet. Look at that right there for a 12 by 24. I may do this because it's the same pattern over here. I like that. Look at that, crafters. I think this is my layout. On the back, here is that mustard yellow with some little flowers on it. Scene of everybody walking. Love the plaid. This is a nice neutral for masculine and feminine. Look at the flowers. Love this. There's the back again. More scenes. I love this neutral print too. Here is Pooh with some flowers. He's in a field of flowers. Love. Love the check. Almost like a vintage colorway. It's not a super bright red, okay? Because the palette is not so bright, when you bring on the die cuts, it'll work. It won't be bright on bright. That's very nice. Look at the colorway. I love this neutral sheet too. It's like a ledger and then the little corner detail. This gets me excited for mini album making. I just don't have the time to make a mini album, but this would be great in a mini album. The pages, because you can really work even just this beside each other. Too much. Perfect. Here's another sheet with the map of the 100 Acre Wood. And then look at the green on the back. This is a nice boggy color. It's a moss green, okay? Like an olive green. Oh, look at this. Here you have some nice cut aparts. You can make a bunch of tags. Punch this out with your crocodile. Oh, that's fun. And then neutral here. So then you could put the ephemera here. You can also use this as a journaling spot. All of this. See, now this you could get extra pages of single. You could have like 1 12 by 12 or the 6 by 8. Then get some extra pages if you wanted to make a whole album. A lot of you commented that your child's room when they were young was based on Winnie the Pooh. This is a great collection too for babies. If you are making layouts using older photographs, then you can come back into this collection. I love this one. This is another set of cut aparts. I love the different sizing in here too. This was my kryptonite when I was scrapbooking. I would be at a crop and everybody would be like, Suzanne, aren't you going to journal? No. I always would take a thicker and just make a sticker, just do a sticker label. But I love the pictures and the collaging. But this part always got me. But for those of you that love to tell your story with your layouts, this is great. This is like a peachy salmon colorway with a scene. And then this I'd cut up as well. So here's a lot of ephemera without having to buy all the ephemera. Oh, this is great. Look at this for a lot of your boy crafting right here. Oh, love. And more cutter parts. There's a lot of cutter parts in here. So we have the 2x2, 4x4. Love. This is like salvage patina. If you love that color of distress oxide, this is that color. So pretty. So you could bring in that type of ink blending with the die cuts and come back to this. Pretty. Look at the bees. Fun. Love the field of bees and the flowers. Pretty. And then here's some 4x6 cutter parts. Life is an adventure. Just hang on. This is fun. Friendship. See the balloon there too? So I like that Spellbinders has the die set coming back to this. Alrighty, so that's the 12x12 paper pack. I don't see a 6x6 for this. So let's take a look at this 6x8. This is the closest to your card making size. Look at that pattern. It will be larger in the 12x12. You do get some nice cutter parts. This is 3x4. Yes, I'm going backwards. It's easier for me. And some more cutter parts. Some of this looks like it's in the pattern paper too. Look at that dot detail. Love. This is not in the 12x12. That's interesting. So the 6x8 is a little different. This is much smaller scale here. This is larger in the other size. This as a single sheet is not in the 12x12 either. So I think having both pads is actually a good idea. This is a smaller sizing, so you could mix this with a larger sizing. I like this size pattern too. I might get another 6x8. This is nice. This is not in the 12x12, but this by itself is a standalone, even for a 12x12 layout. 12x24 too. Love. This is great too. Look at this. You could put this in your journal and then it repeats, okay? So it starts off with Winnie the Pooh. No matter the day, no matter the weather, life is just better when we are together. Crafters, if I sound all weird, it's been like this with the weather. We had snow earlier this week. I didn't see any because I'm too far south in Florida. Up in Jackson County, I think it's called, they had 8 inches of snow. It was crazy. We don't see it often, so we are like super excited by snow down here. They were like, yay, snow. You guys probably are like, oh, so sick of it. I want some sunshine. Spellbinder sent me this one. I already bought a second one. Oh, yes, I did. I'm going to bring in some craft stacks here. This is the large craft stacks. Craft stacks is Spellbinder's crafting, sorting, and storage tray. This is the floral bits. I love this. This is a nice addition to that paper pack because look at all the floral goodness. So you see what I'm doing, crafters? I craft over here. Keep everything else in here. Look at this. There's tickets. I love this little title label ticket. Journal spot. That's fun. Gina. Look at this with the flowers. Love these large ones too. That's great for the 12x12. Then on your cards, you can go into the smaller size or do a nice big cluster too. Oh, look at Eeyore. Look at Pooh. I love this one right here. That's adorable. Another journaling spot with a little clip. Oh, this is a great title piece right here. Love this. Because he's just laying on the top there with the flowers and then you get this little spot. That's fun. This has 42 pieces, okay? The floral bits. I'm excited by this whole Pooh thing. It's really making me feel like I need to make a mini album, but it's going to take me a while to do that. Mini albums always took me a long time. If I started one now, you wouldn't see it until probably March, April. I can't make them fast. It's like every page is its own thing, and then I have to tie it all in together and use the bits, but these are fun bits for a mini album. Seriously, that's fun. Love. Glad I ordered a second pack. I bought a medium-sized craft stacks. This is called the Big Bits. Big Bits, I would say, is for journals, mini albums. You can use it for a card too. Why not? But it is a larger sizing. 100-acre wood forest. Look at this. This is fun. Find the hidden words, and they already found it for you. Cute. Look at this tag. Oh, this is fabulous with a whole story. Oh, love. Love, love, love. Here's a nice Polaroid. It's already done for you with the layers. Here is Pooh and Piglet. Let's take a look at Pooh and Piglet right there. That's adorable. Some more flowers. Look here. This is cute too. You could have a photograph here and then have this across the top. Photograph here, have Pooh on top of it at the bottom of your photograph. This is the perfect size too for a 4x6 photo or a 5x7 photo. Love, 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 love that. I may have to get a second set of this. Look at this too with the balloon. Oh, this is nice. Give me a piece of paper. Here's a sheet of paper. There is Pooh. Let's see. There is Pooh walking. Here we have Sweet as Honey. I could do this with a photograph, but Pooh is already down here. But you can cover this up too, if you wanted. You see what I mean? Put a photograph, have this here in the corner. Laugh till your tummy hurts. Oh, that's fun too. I could do like that. Be sweet. Can put that there. 25-cent little stamp. Here's a little trim. Another flower. Could put a flower in the corner. I'm kind of liking that right there. Sweet as Honey as a title. Then this with a photograph here. And then this little cluster in the back. Not hard at all. Look at that too. You see how down here I have the whole 12 by 12 already covered up if I don't want to use this. That's great. But if I wanted to add more texture to it, I could come in, you know, like so. Fun, right? You see why mini albums take me a while. I'll sit here and play and play and play and play. I don't just go. I wish I could, but I can't. I like this at the bottom part right here. Just this little layout is looking kind of cool on this sheet. Photograph, photograph, done. Yeah, I'm liking this. I may keep this. Alrighty, crafters. I just wanted to show you this before I play with it. If I was making a mini album, I'd have to order 2 12 by 12 paper packs and some extra sheets. This is part 2 of the classic Pooh video, but there will be a part 3. Gina did not do her crafting yet. I asked her twice. She said no. So I said, okay, let me not push it too much. We are going to be going out of town. She has a swim meet coming up, making up from last year. When we are away, I'm carrying my Platinum 6 die cut machine, and I think I'm going to carry Simon, the new Black Scout die cut machine. So we'll do a little crop when we're out of town. So then there will be a Pooh part 3 video coming with the makes from both myself and Gina. Let me show you some more of what's in here. There is the chipboard stickers. It is single-sided. This is like a 6 by 12 inch. Friends are as sweet as honey, so this is roughly almost 6 inches already. There's Eeyore, there's Pooh and Piglet. I don't see Tigger, but lots of little elements if you love to work with chipboard. Back in my mini album days, this would be used on the cover of the mini album and probably on the inside of the first page. I love to use chipboard for that, or buy a second one and then have it throughout. Next one, which is nice. This is super sweet. I love these foam stickers. I'm glad I ordered this because, ooh, look at this. Love, 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 love. These are like nice and firm foam stickers. Oh, this is really high quality. Look at that stamp, the flower. Today is my new favorite day. Adventure, besties, laugh. Look at Pooh here with the cupboard. There goes Piglet. I love this. See, I love these little touches. This does have a height to it though. I would say roughly 2 millimeter. Standard high foam. So it's not like super low, but it's not crazy high either. So you don't really have to reinforce this as well. It's nice and firm. They really put some quality in it, and it's two-sided. Thumbs up. Eeyore. Time for something sweet. Another stamp. Oh, I'm going to have fun with this. I think Gina's going to have fun with this. Look at this and the smile and all of this. She has never put together a layout. I wonder how she'll do. She'll probably want to stick all of this on one page. Yeah. Up next is the page pieces. So this you would use on your 12 by 12 larger size projects, but some of it could probably still work on a card. Definitely a 5 by 7. So here is the word together. That's 7 inches long. More flowers added on to the flower bits. Love that. I'm already making a layout. I can't help it. Some more flowers. Heart. Here is Pooh with the balloon like the die set. Maybe this image inspired the Pooh and Piglet die set. Look at that. It's the same pose when he's walking. More bees. Here's Piglet. Oh, this is really cute. You see how you can have the speech bubble with Piglet talking? Look at this with the other type of clip, like a binder clip. And here is Eeyore. I'm surprised it didn't put Tigger in here. This is called page pieces, 15 pieces, okay? There's also classic Pooh journal bits. Oh, this is fun. These are roughly 5 inches because here on my Glassboard Studio glass craft mat, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 inches. This looks like a 3x4 inch note cards. Collage again. I love these collage pieces. Back in the day, we'd have to make this with the paper clip. Look at this. This is a nice little title right there. More title bits. Lots of like journal style ledger looking. Look at that. That's cute too. Really is fun, but not like super dated, but still classic. So you could come to this even next year and it would still be fun. And look at all these fun tabs. Love that. Look at Pooh here. Oh, I'm going to have fun with this. So I did not use this on my examples yet. Some more came. That's why I'm like taking time now to show you. Look at these little bits. If you love bits like this, fun. Fun, 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 fun. So this is called the journal bits. There's also the sentiment bits. You get speech bubbles, honey, ta-ta for now. I wonder if they have Tigger, T-I-double-G-R. Laugh till your tummy hurts. These are really nice sentiments. And then look at this. Together, happy, sweet, favorite. And then more bits. Look at the little oval. Adventure. Love the sizing here. You could use that on a card. So you could have the full word, but it won't be so big. Look at that little birthday. Love these little tags too. Grand, wonderful birthday. The best of friends. See all these little sentiment bits? Fun. And if you're a bestie or your older children and younger children really love this, this is a fabulous collection because I see a lot of adults when I ride that Winnie the Pooh ride with no children enjoying themselves, okay? They have their Winnie the Pooh bag and all the fun. I do have a Winnie the Pooh shirt and I do have a Winnie the Pooh bag. Let me show you my Winnie the Pooh bag. Crafters, this is my Winnie the Pooh lounge fly bag. So this is the one I use in the park. So this is not Gina's, this is mine. And I love it. See, it says Disney Parks. I bought it at the park. And it has a matching purse and everything like that. But I just want to show you that you can really have fun at any age with Winnie the Pooh and his pals. But if you're wondering, what does Gina carry? This is her Loungefly bag. This one I got at Loungefly itself. That's why it doesn't say Disney Parks. But here she is in the pool being Minnie Mouse. Oh, she adores this bag. She gets lots of compliments when she carries this one. I love this one too. So pretty. Let me show you a photo of both of those bags standing up so you can get a better feel for it. And lastly, all these bits are not everything that's available, but I did get a lot of it. This is the bits and pieces, my own order. Christopher Robin. Oh, that's cool. This would be nice on a layout together. Oh, here I am doing it again, aren't I? Tigger. Roo. Pooh. Oh, this is cute. We could do a little thing here. It's very collageable. Is that a word? But the whole thing, this is such a comprehensive collection. Whoever designed it really had a ball with it because all of this is coming together like that. Look at all the bits. So this is called Bits and Pieces. And then there's another set of bits and pieces as well. Larger bits and pieces. Lots of tiny. And if you love all these little ones, there's lots of little ones too. And lots of hearts in different colors floating along. I love these flowers too. And the floral bits are really nice. These floral bits by itself, oh, so much fun. You can anchor everything with it. Lovely. And the flowers are not so feminine either. See that dark blue? This is a great collection. Really comprehensive. If you have struggles in terms of scrapbooking, this one makes it very easy to come together, like super easy. Because I have not done scrapbooking in a long time, and this one was bringing out the scrapbooking and like, oh, just put this with this, done. You know, it's the colorways and a lot of neutrals, and I like that. It's not so many clashing patterns and all of that. It's not that style. But if you love that style, then you can bring in another collection with it or another set, graphics, more plaid or something, and work it in. It's that type of collection. You can work in other sets with it or maybe something you already have in your stash. But it's not bright. That's the only thing. It's not a very bright collection. I like the subtle details of it, which gives it a nice vintage feel, but not crazy vintage. Am I making sense? Hopefully I am. Look at the little bees. Oh, so fun. But then, of course, there is the die, so you already have bees, even down to the little thumbtack. Look how cute that is. I'm going to have fun with video 3. All right, now let's look at my examples. First up, crafters, this is a top folding A2 card. Love, love, love. This has the Polaroid frame from the memory frame dies. That's the only one I use from this set. I was going to put this here, but it was too big for here, so that's why I didn't use this. But this label, I got to use it somewhere because this is so good. All right, so this is really fun. I do have it popped up from the inside image. This is 1/8 of an inch foam, 2 millimeter high. So it's like little strips in here, popped up from there to give it depth. When you see me go those extra steps, having a ton of fun. The image is from the Friendly Moments press plate. This large image right here, colored up with some Copic markers. I did glimmer this. The sentiment, I found somebody just like me. That's from the Silly Old Bear Sentiments press plate and die. Most of the sentiments in here, I believe all of them, are from this set. I didn't bring in anything else. Fun again. For the bees, I'm coming into Pooh's Honey Pot. So fun right there. Lots of mix, match, and play just within this set. But then when you start to add on everything else, it gets like really fun too with the papers. The honey pot here is from the Pooh and Piglet die set. Super loved all of this. Just love. I'm going to detail and link everything below, and I'm going to keep it like the first video. I'll have the dies and the press plates first with their bundles, and then I'll go into Simple Stories right below, and then it's going to list out all the Simple Stories goodness, okay? This honey pot in the large size and the small size. Winner, winner, winner. And all I use from the outside is Precision Layering A2 Set A. This is a set that has A and B. Largest die in set A is A2, 4 1/4 by 5.5 inch. When you use set B, then you get the 1/8 of an inch spacing, and it goes into little tight layers. I talk about it all the time. But just for this, I use it on the outside here. Cut it out with Glacier cardstock and embossed it with one of my favorite embossing folders from Spellbinders. This is a 3D embossing folder because with Winnie the Pooh, thumbs up for being perfect together. That detail with the honey pot, the bees, and then they're outdoor, and I just think it's so sweet with this little scene, that moment just captured, and then the sentiment is right there. I love this card. There's just something very clean about it that I really like. Very easy to put together too. Love. And you could put anything in here. You could have a photograph in here. And on your scrapbook layouts, this is great for your photographs too. Let's go into the next better press. I had this image, which I was going to use on a tag, but I decided, no, I'm going to turn it into something else. And I love this one too. Pooh is walking. I did color this with Copic markers. I kept the colors more pastel. Here it's a more deeper colorway. This has a black hot foil roll. This is the dark gold from the Satin Metallics hot foil roll. So it has a different look and a different feel. Both of these are glimmered on Hammermill cardstock. So the image is here from the Friendly Moments press plate. The sentiment is from the Silly Old Bear Sentiments press plate and die. Promise you won't forget about me. I have this done. Better press here. This is with Thunder Better Press ink and porcelain cotton card. Over here I have it glimmered, black cardstock, matte silver hot foil roll. I have different combinations of this. This thing glimmers like a dream, presses like a dream as well. Comes with the coordinating die. For the background here, and this is a relatively thin card, it's not popped up, and I purposely did it that way. I'm using the Emerald Cut Labels and Tag die. So love. This center one here fits the image perfectly. The largest die in here is an A2, 4 1/4, 5.5 inch. That's cut out of alabaster cardstock. What I did different, which is not what I usually do with this die set. This outer piece, if you cut it by itself, will give you a solid piece. Once you use this inner cutting die, you're going to get a frame like this. So I did not use this one, but I did use the second set together, outer piece and that inner piece, to get the frame. And then on the inside, I put the image. And I layered this on top of this, but I didn't want to pop it up. I could have, but I decided not to. I liked it flat. To anchor the whole thing, finish it off, give it a nice pretty finish, I came in with this beauty that I said it in the Vivid Expressions video. I will link that video here. Crafters, I am loving this little floral die set. She wedges herself right between Club Blooms, Here is Vivid Blooms, Be Bold Blooms. So much so, crafters. Look at what I did. I bought this thing at full price already, a second set. Love, 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 love. I want to run it quicker because I know I'm going to be using this a lot. So I already have a second one. Look how gorgeous this is. I love this so much. I love the flower. I love the bud. Look at these little bits working here with Winnie the Pooh. All I'm using on this card is this flower, these flowers, those leaves. That's it. And then I put some gems. Isn't that pretty? So pretty. First time I used it when I fell in love was this from the Vivid Expressions. Look how it looks completely different when you play with it. Just change your colorway and it looks like this is not part of this. It's the same thing. I tell you, this is a winner. So I bought my second set already. So Vivid Blooms helped to tie in the whole thing, finish it off. In the background though, here I had that pre-cut piece of the Hydrangea Blooms embossing folder, which is now retired from Spellbinders. So I'm not going to go into it. The only way you're going to get it is third party because it's a past Kit Club item. So I did have that little panel in Glacier, but you could use any embossing folder in the back. Okay. This is partly cloudy cardstock, Tuscan, and Fern. Pretty. Card 1, card 2. Love. Both of them A2. Okay, crafters, here is the third A2 card. This one features this beautiful scene, which when you cut it, it'll be going in that direction with Christopher Robin in the front and everybody else here following, having a good time. This is a great silhouette die. It's called Pooh and Friends Silhouette Die. 6 inches long, okay? The height, roughly 2¼ inch. Great, fabulous set. When I first showed you, I had it like this big and I just cut it down, left enough space though to fit the sentiment from the same thing. Silly old Bear Sentiments press plate and die. Press or glimmer, die cut once, love, love, love. In the background here, I have some Hammermill cardstock with Distress Oxide and did this whole night scene. There are 3 or 4 colors. It's showing us pretty much one, but it is darker down here. It was a little turquoisey up here. Think of it as dusk. That's the look that I'm getting and feeling when I was making this card was dusk here. Up here, I'm using Simon's Starry Night 3D embossing folder. This is really fun. This is 2 3/4 inch wide, 7 inches long. This will fit in your Scout. As a matter of fact, a lot of these dies are going to fit in your Scout. Pooh, Honey Pot, Tigger Eeyore, definitely the Sentiments. And the Scout's opening is 3.5 inch. 3.5 inch wide, 9 inches long for the plate. That's why this can fit in there. What I did here was the blackout technique. One of these days, I really have to master it, but this is the first time I'm really liking it. This is the front of the embossing folder. I'm using the back of the embossing folder. I had to actually do this about 3 times because I kept on messing up my steps. So I needed like complete silence to do it. Ink blended first. Put it in the embossing folder, but not facing forward where you see Starry Night. Other way, towards the back. Emboss it. And then come on with some black pigment ink, what you see here. Just drag it on. And I used all the same colors except for the purple. Down here is up here, okay? More turquoisey, a little bit of that greeny turquoise. And then the purple, this is all the same Distress Oxide again. I think it's fun. It's different for me. This is the kind of look I think Simon would like in Winnie the Pooh. He does a lot of things like this. I love this. So one of these days when I master this step by step and I can do it and also talk about it and show you at the same time, then I'll show you how to do this. Messed it up. Had to go again and ink blend it, then flip it over. And then I did something else wrong and I was like, oh my goodness, this is driving me crazy. And it's one little bit like this, but it's so worth it. Oh, I remember what I did. I ink blend first. Then I die cut it, then I embossed it. One of them I jumped to the embossing before the die cutting, and that messed up my whole plan. Maybe I need to write the steps, then do a video with you guys, but it's going to be like really slow. Fabulous. What do you guys think about this? I think this is a great boys card. You could change your colorway too. You could take out that purple if you don't want and do maybe silver and something else. I think this is great. And I love the whole friendship thing. Love, 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 love. This is popped up at 2mm. That's why you're seeing a little bit of a shadow. It's like the hanging twilight sky, dusk, going into nighttime. I think this is fun. Let's go into the die set. So this card is a 5x7. And what I did was a pattern paper here with the bee being the sky, the one that I said is equivalent to Salvage Patina. So it's an aqua color. I use my pal here, the 9-inch Pro Shears for scene building. This is fern cardstock. And sure. Now, if you're looking over here, you're like, Suzanne, there's no top for Pooh. No, there isn't. So this is the Pooh and Piglet die. This took me a little while to do, but I decided to do it. I saw a fellow Spellbinders maker do the shirt, and I thought, you know what? I'm going to give it a try. I took the body here, cut a piece of poppy field cardstock, and then I did the shirt, sleeves, and I also brought on some white Jelly Roll pen just to give a little highlight. So you can make a shirt for Pooh. Use a very sharp pair of scissors that can get those curves and looking more organic. I think it looks organic. He's walking. You can see the little sleeve here, the little sleeve. It's like, oh, bother, which is a sentiment by Pooh. My little scene is Pooh walking. The honey is spilling. The balloon is going away. And he's like, oh, bother. That's what came to my mind. I went with it. This is also in Partly Cloudy cardstock. So it's Pooh, the balloon from Pooh and Piglet die. Then the sentiment is from the Pooh's alphabet, numbers, and more. In the classic Pooh video, I had die cut this and I kept it, the little outtake here, where I had like 10 or 11. I decided to push the Scout. This is 17 dies from in here. And the Scout cut it like butter. Here's the tip. So this is Simon's new black platinum Scout machine. The opening is 3.5 inch wide, 9 inches long. On the cutting plate where you can see the letters here. Don't go all the way out to 3.5. Keep it here at about 2 3/4 of an inch. Then you can fit a lot of letters. When I went wider out to here, the machine wasn't going so smooth. So I could do more going a little bit thinner, in case you want to know. If you do get this set and you want to run a bunch of them at your desk, you can run up to 17 of them. Isn't that fabulous? All from this. Yay! You can do much more then on your Platinum 6 or your Platinum machine. Do so much just at your desk. So that's where I filled in all the other letters for oh bother. I did check Google. It's not just oh bother, it's oh and then comma bother. Oh bother. In between the H and the E, I did a little balloon. For the clouds, I'm using this fabulous set, Summertime Vacay Dies. During the summertime, this is great for your scene vacation. This little bit of grounding, the sun, the water line, ground, the clouds. I only use this one up here. I love this little set. Put this in your wish list if you don't own it. It's a fabulous scene building set. So here it is with Winnie the Pooh. And then I had so much fun with my little collage of honey dripping. All in here. And this is all Spellbinders cardstock. And then I did the honey dripping out. And then all of that, you know, just having a ball. Yeah, just fun. Pooh is cut out of beeswax cardstock. And remember, Spellbinders is retiring a lot of their existing cardstock and then bringing a whole new set, 48 new colors in their color wheel collection, okay? I think I'm getting swatches of it. I'm not sure exactly how I'm going to get it. I haven't gotten it yet, so fingers crossed I'll get it in time. Going from this card now, we're into the next card. This is another 5x7, a little bit under 5x7 actually. If you're hanging in here, thank you so much. This whole thing is taking me down a journey of making a lot of projects. So just hang in there. You'll see all the bits and get a feel for this whole collection. Bringing in my crafty assistant, 9-inch Pro Shears, number 1. For the grounding, this tree doesn't exist. This made it. And the top part too. I needed a tree because it's a 100-acre wood. So I just went for it with the 9-inch Pro Shears. This is the first time I'm cutting this. When you're cutting something like this, just don't think too hard. Just go for it. Just go. That's what I did. When I started to think, it just wasn't working out. I said, just make a tree. Don't worry about it. Make a tree. I had a hard edge here of latte cardstock with a little bit of brown ink blending. This is fern with some dark green. That's why it changed the color. And then the fern is showing in here, but it is covered up by the sentiment. Silly Old Bear Sentiments press plate and die. This is pressed out porcelain cotton card with pine better press ink. That's from the Woodlands better press ink, the ones with the laurel, pine, spruce. What's that brown color? I'll put the name here on the screen, but it's a 4-pack. Love, love, love. So far, the only place you can get that Woodlands better press 4-pack and the re-inkers is at Spellbinders, but absolutely worth it if you have better press and you love to press. This is fantastic. Look at that green. For the sentiment too, love. Instead of just doing a plain sky, I decided to use an embossing folder. I came in with this beauty from the past that's still there. This is a 3D embossing folder, Flower Frenzy. So that's to represent the flowers in the woods kind of thing in the sky. Inked on with my Spellbinders large blending brush. Here I started out with the Peridot cardstock. Great green to build on. I did a sentiment. An adventure was going to happen. You're a real friend, because Piglet is here with Pooh. Both of them are in the Pooh and Piglet die set along with the balloon. This is brushed silver cardstock, and that's Poppyfield. This time Pooh is in chamomile, long retired Spellbinders cardstock, ink blended on with some mustard seed. Piglet is a combination of pink sand, wild berry, and waterfall. Okay, and they're popped up, all different heights of foam. 1 millimeter, 2 millimeter, 3 millimeter to get all this height and lift and fun. And I did use some white jelly roll pen just for some detail. This is my fun, me doing die cuts myself with my scissors. Up next, crafters, a lot of you saw this in the paper sale video. This is a card size I was waiting for a reason to make. A lot of people don't make this card size, but it is an invitation card size. It's an A9. 8.5 inch wide, 5.5 inch tall. Because I wanted to have the whole party together, both die sets, Pooh and Piglet, and Tigger and Eeyore. So both die sets are here with Tigger, Eeyore, Piglet, Pooh, with the large honey pot. I wanted room to play. Let's talk about this A9 card. So here's a standard sheet of cardstock, 8.5 by 11 inch. This is the Spellbinders 12 by 12 inch scoreboard. You could also use the 12-inch trimmer and scorer, but I like to score on a scoreboard. So I'm so happy that Spellbinders came out with this beautiful scoreboard. It is a really good scoreboard. If you don't have the Martha Stewart scoreboard, which has been long retired, this is the closest to it, and she scores like a dream, and she also has great increments, 1/8 of an inch all the way out to 12 and 1/8 of an inch. Okay, this is perfect for 12 by 12 layouts. It even comes down to 12 and 1/8. So if you stop here at 12 inches, you still have space to run your tool. I love that. Slid in the bottom of the scoreboard is the gift box instructions, envelope instructions, envelope box instructions. There is an envelope to make for this. Here it is, A9. You would use a paper size 11 by 11 and then make this. I need to do this one of these days. I always use the envelope punch board, but they do sell pre-made envelopes for this. Like I said, it's called the invitation size. Think of your wedding invitations, that type of invitation comes in this size. So this is a standard sheet of cardstock. This is the tool that also comes with the Spellbinder scoreboard. So you're going to rotate it on the 11-inch side. The halfway point of the 11-inch is 5.5 inch. You're going to score right down here. Right here at 5.5 inch, you score right down. And that's it for your A9 card, okay? Teflon bone folder, there we go. And this is the card size. And then it flips up like so. Or you could turn it like so. Invitation card size A9. So this is a fun one, and you can make an envelope for it. It will also have a measurement on your envelope punch board. So I have all my guys here. This is partly cloudy cardstock. I already told you what this was. I only changed the scarf instead of it being waterfall. This is glacier with a little bit of ink blending, chamomile ink blending, saffron timber, alabaster, barely peach. This is teal topaz with some ink blending, glacier with ink blending. The honey, I like the honey being golden honey, so I think the saffron cardstock works well. Tigger is the only one that's like way out. Tigger is barely peach, which is a light peach colorway with some orange ink blending, black cardstock underneath. There is a flower here, this one. I could have also put in the little butterfly, but when I put the butterfly in the clouds, it was getting too busy, so I decided not to use it. This little flower is here. It wasn't looking great here. I decided to go into my stash and pull out a different set. This is a oldie, but definitely a goodie. This is the Envelope of Wonder, the base die set. So there is a whole collection for the Envelope of Wonder. I'm using the flowers right here. That's all. Just this and this. I think it's cute with Piglet holding it. The blooms, put some blooms here. This green is peridot with a little bit of ink blending. And then the red, again, poppy field. Found some little yellow pearls from my stash. Put them in the center of the flowers. Up here, oh, I did have this too then. Up here is this one. Peridot and Waterfall. Tigger is carrying a flower. So they're out there playing, and then Pooh is enjoying himself with his honey and the jars of honey. And then I have the sentiment and adventure was going to happen, which comes back into silly old bear sentiments, press plate and die. Pattern paper from the 12 by 12 pack is here. See the neutral in the background, that graphic looking like a cartoon of Winnie the Pooh. That's great. And then the green here, a little bit of ink blending on the edges with some black soot distress ink, not oxide. And then I did put some black soot around the edges too. And then black cardstock here for my top folding A9 card. Why would you use something like this? You are having a party, or you're surprising somebody voted for you, or you went ahead and volunteered yourself at work. I'll make a card. You can make this size, because if you're going to have 30 to 40 people signing it, the bigger the card, the better. I mean, of course, there's always just doing a card this whole size too. You could do that too. I have no problem with cards being large. I used to buy them in the store when I was younger. These huge cards. I always thought if I gave my mom the really big card, that means I love you a lot. You know, when you have a lot of people or you're going to write a whole story, I always tell you my bestie, oh boy, she would love this. She'd be like, Suzanne, I could just write all day from high school till now. Remember when? She would love this size. So this is a great size for a lot of things, for a lot of people to sign. You could still put an image in here too. You could have Pooh, Tigger, flowers in here, and then something, and then everybody sign here. So I like this invitation size. If you don't want to make an envelope, there are A9 envelopes on Amazon. I looked, I saw. All right, now let's get into my 12 by 12 layout. Okay, crafters, here is my first layout. So you saw this when I had put it together, just playing with the bits when I was showing you all the 12 by 12 goodness. All I did was just add some photographs to it, a little bit of matting with some red, because there's red here, and then Gina has on red. Here she is with Tigger and Pooh at Disney, and it was during her birthday because she has on her little birthday pin. Notice that's all the journaling you're going to get from me. Thumbs up. And then I love this sentiment right here. Sweet as honey. I already ordered a second of this whole set right here. So pretty. Look at the flowers. Look at Pooh and Piglet right here. And then this little tag. And then I put a flower here. Very easy set to work with. So this could be the start of my scrapbook. Love, 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 love. I'm trying to get all of it here. And then on the back, for the scrapbookers out here, I'm going to be very honest with you. This paper, it's not crazy thick, but it's not crazy thin. So what does that mean? You can craft here, flip it over, and just put photos and continue. You don't need to then reinforce it, unless you want to, but I don't think you need to. You don't have to reinforce it with another sheet of paper. So you could do this and it will be in your scrapbook fine. So I like that too. And it does become more sturdy once you start putting the matting on it. With a mini album where you're going to be always flipping it, then yes, I would use the outside pieces in solid cardstock, like cardstock here coming in. And when I say here, I'm talking like your 80 pound, 65 pound, not 110 pound, too heavy. 110 pound is great for card making, or 100 pound, but for mini album, you're in your 80 pound with all the layers, or your mini album is going to be like this instead of like this. So I like this paper because I realized I could also just scrap here on the back and no problem. And look at this, ready to go. Photograph, flowers again. Next layout, and this is the last layout. At first, I was thinking something like this. So it works a few ways, crafters. It works like this. There I am. with Pooh. Here is Gina and myself with Pooh. Grandma is in the corner. Sometimes she wants to take pictures. Other times she's like, I'll hold the bags, okay? Just know if you don't see my mother, that's why. My son, I do have a son. Notice I never talk about him. He doesn't like when I talk about him on videos. He doesn't like Disney either. He's a Universal person. He'll go with his friends and stuff, so I don't have photographs of him. The middle, and you could do it like this. It works. I discovered it works like this, and this is how I intended it. And this is a combination of the dies, the printed die cuts, all different styles, and then all these photographs. Notice what I have here. A lot of the Better Press, because I pressed it in porcelain with the Thunder Better Press ink, the gray Better Press ink. It's not competing. When I put white with the black, it was too much. But here, it's like subtle, like, oh, and I made a little collage here. I was thinking of putting something here, but I think it's enough. So there's lots of fun. Now, this is how comprehensive this is. This can work by itself. This can also work by itself. You see what I'm talking about? If you are a scrapbooker, this is an exciting one because it's not like brain surgery to use this collection. I showed you 3-4 different ways that this is working, and I already put the photographs on it. Love, 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 love. I have a lot of the ephemera. So there's different packs of ephemera. This is one of them with the balloon. I cropped my photograph down, put this here, put the sentiment. This is bringing back so many memories of when I was a scrapbooker. I already ordered another 12x12 paper pack. And I ordered a 6x8. I haven't even tried the 6x8 yet, but it's going to be fun. I don't think I'm going to have time, though, to make a mini album. If I do, you wouldn't see it until about May. They always took me a long time to make, seriously. And I love this collage. It's a stamp. Here I brought on the Tim Holtz staple. Remember that if you have that. I don't know where you can find it. It's not the easiest thing to find these days, but there's a little staple. The little Polaroid here. I put Tigger on top, little flower, Better Press. And I love how traditional Better Press, pressed out like this, is working so well with this collection. Here is some Vivant. I'm even bringing in Vivant, the red and white. A lot of Vivant ribbon has been restocked, so you can definitely check that out. I'll put a link for Vivant trim below. That's ribbon, twine, cord. This is the twine, and then here is Pooh, and I wrapped this 4 or 5 times and tied it up. And I did the silly old bear here because he's sitting out here with his honey pot again. And I think I have enough here. I didn't need anything down here because this collage already exists. I did put a flower here just to connect it together. Going back to that. Yeah, fun, right? I was having a good time. Then this page, I think it's like an aqua paper from my stash. And I did pop all of these photographs too are popped up 1mm foam. This one isn't popped up. But even look at this. See how it's working? Great color choices. I tell you, whoever worked on this collection for Simple Stories, the artists, you did a fantastic job. You're making it easy for crafters. Seriously. It was a good time. Everything goes together. I was not stressing about what to put where. It was just like, oh, oh, oh. And then I put a little honey pot here. That's already done. Then here I use some of the trim. I haven't even used the stickers yet. The 12x12 sticker. The flower. Here is Pooh with the flower up here because I had this little open space on the photograph. Put one of the sentiment there. Crafters, just tons of fun. I still have the back here and I could start again. Could this work with this? Why not? Same colorway. Fun. Alrighty, crafters. So that's it so far for video 2. There will be a video 3 when I make more. I wanted to show you this. I also hauled this along with my Vivid Blooms. I was looking at new brands and I saw this Scrap Boys. There is 12x12 and all sorts of things with this, but I decided to go with the 6x6 paper pad. And this little guy, he reminds me of the actor from Twilight, Robert Pattinson, I think it is, right? Doesn't that look like him? So I had to get this. There is a girl steampunk. There is a cat, an owl, all sorts of goodies with this. I think it's kind of fun. And then here with the paper pad, let me show you what it is. I think it's fun. Look at this. For masculine cards, look at that. Love the colorway. This is coming back into more grunge, but I think it's pretty grunge. It's not so muddy grunge. I like more the pretty grunge than the muddy grunge. This is pretty grunge. So there is a lot of repeating, maybe 4 styles of 6 sheets each. Here we are with Robert Patterson. Lots of steampunk goodness. And if you love steampunk or you love that for your masculine cards, this was always my go-to for masculine cards. But I like this collection. I just wanted to see what it looks like. So I ordered 2 bits. Look at the little light. Look at that train. That's fun. And this has a nice feel. Listen. Nice feel to... Oh, double-sided. Hold on. Ooh. 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 So Robert is going 2 ways. Hold on. Yes, he is. Hey, girl. Hey, girl. Oh, that is fun. Oh, that's why it has such a great feel. And the colors are not bright. It's not shiny. It's double-sided. Oh, well, this is fun. The clock is different, though. That's different than that. Look at the kitty. Oh, this is so pretty. You know, it was a cat that got me. You could do a whole thing with this. This would be great. Journaling. Your little vintage journal book. Is there a house? Oh, there's a house. 2 ways. So you don't have to have it right facing or left facing because you have this. Flowers. Look at the owl. Oh, that's fun. Look at the girl. Oh, that is cool. I like this. The car. Oh, somebody decided that they didn't want everything right and left facing. So all they did was just mirror it to fit. You know what this looks like? Do you remember when Robert Downey Jr. did the movie Sherlock Holmes, the original, like the first time it came out? Doesn't that look like him in the movie with the girl? That's so funny. Hold on. So this one is giving me the girl. I don't know who she looks like to me. She looks like a bunch of actresses, but the guys, it's not Jude Law. I think Jude Law was with him in the Sherlock Holmes, but Robert Downey Jr. and Robert Pattinson. Alrighty, crafters, I'm going to stop here. This is a fabulous set, though. Scrap Boys, Steampunk, and I think there's something else with this too I saw. So I'll put a link for just Scrap Boys, and I'll also put a link for just brands so you can take a look at the different brands of Spellbinders because they carry more than what you think. This is nice. And Simple Stories is also sold at Spellbinders. And now Spellbinders is making dies with them. Okay, crafters, so in summary, you can make lots of cards. You can make scenes, cards for young and young at heart. You can make cards for boys and girls. You can also make great scrapbook layouts. Everything moves and goes well together. I cannot wait to use this foam sticker and some of the chipboard. Spellbinders sent me some of it and I'm so thankful that they sent me the die set, but there is a lot of other bits that they didn't send me that I happily purchased and I am having tons of fun with. I think Gina will have a grand time when we are away after a full day of swimming and she wants to decompress. I think that's the time when she'll be like, okay, let's do some crafting together. I'll prep it with her, but I am carrying Simon. He's going with me. And we're going to have a little crop too. Alrighty, crafters, everything will be detailed and linked below. Thanks so much for watching. If you are curious about it, get little bits. And then all of a sudden, if you really want to have a ton of fun or you want to craft with your kids, with your best friend, this is a very easy, approachable set to work with. It's not a lot of heavy guessing to work with it. I love this collaboration of Spellbinders with Simple Stories. And 2 thumbs up. Alrighty, crafters, until the next video, stay crafty, my friends. Bye.